What's up, everybody? Big Cobb Diesel coming back at you, and I wanted to do a video today to talk about bags and security. And I wanted to show you two of the bags that I use. This is my admin bag when I do executive protection, and then this is a bag that I carry with me when I'm doing armed security, which is mostly high threat stuff. So I'm just gonna quickly go through everything, and then you guys let me know what you guys are carrying, if I missed anything, or if you want to see this stuff in more detail, because I'm just gonna quickly breeze through it, just so you guys get an idea. I'm not telling you that you need to carry any of the stuff that I'm showing you. I'm not telling you whether you should or shouldn't carry it. I'm just showing you what I carry, and you take from that what you will. I'm sure that you'll see some stuff in there that you either already carry or that you might consider carrying after watching today's video. But at the end of the day, you got to do what works for you. Everybody's situation is unique. The kind of contracts you work are unique. So these are just the things that I've compiled from my experience working the different contracts, okay? Excuse me. Season change, man. All right, here we go. So the first bag I want to talk about is my admin bag. This is a 511, don't ask me the model, I'll have to look it up and put it down below. But I got this bag specifically for working executive protection. Obviously I can change what's in it and carry it for really whatever I want. But I saw a video on this bag and went to the store, got my hands on it, and quickly figured out that this would definitely do the job for me. So the thing I like about this bag is I can tuck away the little 511 logo in the seam there, make it completely low profile, and even when you look at it, there's nothing overly tactical about it. It doesn't have a bunch of molly all over it. I mean, obviously it's got some pull tabs and stuff like that, but it's pretty, this would blend in. And that's what you want to do when you're working executive protection. You want to blend in. So we'll start kind of from the outside and work our way in. On the outermost pocket, I have a battery pack. I think this is an 11,000 milliamp, if I'm not mistaken, which means a lot. And I have a bunch of different cables in here. I have this in here for myself and for the client. If I'm working close protection and my client needs their phone charged or whatever charged, I have the ability to provide that to them so that they can keep their devices charged. And then, of course, for myself, if I'm, working EP is not always glamorous. Sometimes you might be, at a hotel standing post near elevators to make sure that only the proper people get up on the floor. So you're kind of isolated out there by a bank of elevators for God knows how long. You need your juice. I have it handy with me. I have another pocket up here. This is lined like with soft stuff. It's set up for sunglasses and stuff. But I keep a handkerchief. I keep a backup set of wireless earbuds. These are Shocks wireless earbuds. Maybe I'll do a separate video on these altogether, but good to have. Then when we get on the inside here, see I got a bunch of stuff. Again, I'm not going to go in great detail. I'm just going to gloss over it, but I've got like some painkillers, some antihistamines. I got some Tums here. I have a protein bar. In this section, I have all of my medical. I got a blowout kit. I have an IFAC, which is your tourniquet, chest seal, Israeli bandage, hemostatic gauze. I have a universal phone mount because a lot of times if I'm driving, it's usually a rental vehicle, and I just found that having a universal phone mount is the way to go. And this has worked fine for, I'm usually in a Tahoe, Suburban, Ford, Expedition, those kind of vehicles, because they're usually the larger luxury SUVs, and this works really well. It's got the clip on it, and then the mount is magnetized. So the only downfall, like I usually keep an OtterBox on my cell phone. I keep my cell phone in some type of a case at all times. except when I do a detail. I have to switch to a kind of a cheaper, thinner phone case so that I can attach the phone to the magnet here and still have some protection. So that's fine. I have my cheat book here, Executive Protection Specialist Handbook. This is a must-have. Yep, you go to school, you learn all that stuff, they give you a great certificate, but you're never going to remember all the ins and outs. And there's things in this book that I didn't learn in school that, you know, somebody that's been doing a lot longer than me put in there. So it's a great thing to have. I have a seatbelt cutter, window smasher. I've got a door jamb lock so that if we have to create a hard room for the client and the room itself doesn't have a built-in lock, we can lock the door with that. I have a monocular here, so if I'm sitting RST or I'm doing counter surveillance, I can look down the street or across the field or whatever, see what I need to see. I also have some 5-hour energy, again if I'm kind of isolated and I don't have the ability to get to food or caffeine. I keep those in here. I got a set of flex cuffs if I have to detain somebody. Make sure you know the laws in your state before you mess with that. I keep a spare mag. And also a door jammer. And I got a couple different colors, but this one glows in the dark. So if we're in a situation where there's smoke or fire, and I need a proper door, I can use that and it can be seen. I've got some latex gloves in here. And one last thing I have up on the other side is I have this kind of bungee cord kind of deal for when I am working as a security driver. You do not want to open the hatchback on that vehicle and have somebody's very expensive suitcase fall out on the ground. They will not be happy. Ask me how I know. So I carry that bungee cord. I put the suitcases and all that luggage in the back, and then I can string this thing across, hook it on both sides, maybe run it through a couple handles. That way we don't have that issue. So that's it in a nutshell. If you guys want to see more detail of what I got in my admin bag, leave some comments below and I will do a more detailed video on that. Oh, also got a carabiner just in case. All right, now with this other bag, same setup. I just got more room. So this front pouch is basically my IFAK kit. I have a spot for a spare mag here. I've got a Leatherman here. Yeah, it's a Gerber. Leatherman, you know, same idea. It's a multi-tool. Got some door jam stuff here. Again, this part is mostly medical. I do have a high-vis band here, which is not in my other bag, but I can throw it in there if I want. I'll talk about high-vis bands in a second. And then I have another compartment here. I've got some pepper spray. I've got some chem lights. I've got collapsible baton. I have another set of flex cuffs. And I have a spot for a flashlight. The flashlight is not in either one of these bags because I have one with me right now. And then I just have, I mean, it's a backpack. So I got another section here that I don't have anything in right now. But usually what I'll do is I'll put my compact laptop in there, any kind of documentation, maybe a pad folio so I can take notes and stuff. And then in the bigger compartment in the back, this is obviously set up for a laptop sleeve, but what I typically will carry in here will be a pistol caliber carbine, in case I'm working a detail where I want to have a little more firepower if something jumps off. Again, this is a 511. On this one I have the little tab hidden in there. Again, it's not, it doesn't have Molly on it. It's pretty low pro. I mean, it is army green, but they come in different colors. Both these bags come in different colors. And if I remember, I will post the links down below on the specific models of these bags for you. Again, you gotta kind of set this stuff up for how you need it. And obviously, there's going to be times where you put everything you think you need in it, and then you get on a job and you find out, oh man, I didn't put whatever. So again, you're going to learn from experience. Because trust me, I didn't have one of those those battery packs until I was set on a detail, basically out in the middle of a parking lot. This was during COVID, and I was doing security for FEMA. And and they had set up, basically FEMA had set up pop-up shops all over the place, basically so people could come in, turn in paperwork or whatever. And yeah, I was set out there and I didn't have any means of charging my phone, and my phone died about halfway through an 8-hour shift. And that was bad for a bunch of reasons, one of which was the app that I used to clock in and clock out for that particular client. So yeah, have your battery pack on you. Again, working EP, that it's convenience for the client as well, but it's also it's for you, right? So if something happens, you're not without juice. That's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys are putting in your bags. And again, let me know if I missed anything. Let me know what kind of bag you're rocking. Feel free to drop a picture below of a bag that you feel. There's so many bags out there. There's so many companies. I have way more bags than this. It's kind of a thing of mine, bags and boots. For some reason, I have more than I need. But the big thing about bags is you might like one or two things about one, but it's missing that one thing. So then you buy another one, and it has the things that the first one didn't have, but then it's lacking other things. So it is a lot of trial and error to find what works for you. And again, each job will be different. You know, that Sling bag, I've only used it for EP gigs. Other than that, and I don't work EP gigs that often, so that bag sits more than it's ever used. The green bag I use for more of the armed security type stuff. That bag does get used more than the other one. And then I also have a duffel bag, and I'll throw that in if I'm working a bunch of different stuff, especially as the weather starts to get colder. That duffel bag will have, it might have a fleece in it. It'll have an overcoat for sure, hats, gloves, long johns, just different things that I may need on a job. And it's one of those things where I get out to a job, I think I'm going to be sitting in a car, and then find out, oh, actually we need you to patrol on foot every hour, and that's fine. So I have, in the military, we call that the underwear, like the long johns and stuff, and the coats and the gloves. We call it snivel gear, right? So when the weather starts to get cooler, I will have my snivel gear. Oh, and also your rain gear, right? So I'll have all that stuff in a duffel bag just in the back of my vehicle. I drive an SUV, so it just goes in the back, and I can pop open the back, change if I need to, throw stuff on, take stuff off. But the key is having what you need. It's better to have it, not need it, than need it and not have it. So let me know what your thoughts are on bags, and let me know if I missed anything. And guys, don't forget, share this channel with anybody you know that's a security professional or that wants to get into the security game. That's what we talk about here. And other than that, guys, you stay safe. And until next time, Cobb Diesel out.